That should be long enough. Never sure when the stream officially starts. And we're back here. It's on the swamp. You who hold the sacred sword, ye have returned to a appointed spot. If you, suddenly dropping the ye, wish to interrupt your adventure, yeah, okay, whatever. Speak to me again, because your save is not a save anymore. You can only load it once. Night of second day. Jeez. Alright, so what are we going to do? I just go climb Snowhead, I guess. This is really nothing else to do right now. My money's in the bank. I suppose I could have flown to Clock Town. Might have been faster. Yeah, because this is the southern swamp, and Snowhead is to the north. So I'm like, I'm starting about as far away as I can. That wasn't smart. But you know what is smart? I'm gonna come over here, kill this guy. Never mind, I thought he dropped a purple rupee. Oh well. I mean, I'm already running out of arrows anyway, so what's one more? I guess that's the opposite logic, because it's like, well, like every arrow counts now that I'm running out. So yeah, maybe I shouldn't have done that for 3 rupees. That may have been hearts instead if I wasn't at full health. There we go, there's some arrows. Now it doesn't matter if I use... Now it doesn't matter if I use some. You know, sometimes it's hard to get out of that hoarding mentality of supplies and ammo in video games, but it's like, just use it. You've got it, use it. Oh, wait, Camaro. He's like... It's gonna be at 11. I'll come back. Oh, but you know who it... I really should have flown back to town. You know who is there right now? Probably. I think. I'm pretty sure. Jim. Because I don't have the Bomber's Notebook, but... If I did have the Bomber's Notebook, I might have over here... With, the laundry pole. No, that's not it. The laundry pool. Good old Guru. I said I was much too loud when I practiced in my room. I got mad, now I'm sad. Thinking about the past, keep my mind off the bad. Okay, can I just shut up and give me my reward? Bremen mask! One of the easiest masks to get in the game, because all you gotta do is find this guy at night and talk to him. And it was always one of my favorite masks as a kid, because I just really like the tune that plays when you use it. Forget Song of Storms, I got Bremen March now. My song overrides yours. Yeah, I'll just go visit Kamara like this. By the time I get there, it will be his time to show up. It's like 10 or 11, I don't remember. It's too quiet here, let's give it some background music. You ever think about how many masks in this game really only serve the purpose of like one heart or one piece of heart? I feel like that's most masks in the game. It's just like one piece of heart. Which it's weird to think that because I always think of like the couple's mask where it's like, oh, you spend all that effort and what's it do for you? It gets you one piece of heart and that's it. Like that's most masks in the game, I think. I mean, this mask can get you the bunny hood. So it's not a piece of heart. It's actually way better than a piece of heart because it's a very useful mask. In a game where time matters, a mask that makes you run faster, yeah, it's pretty good. I wonder how many people shot that and then saw it wiggle and was like, oh, nothing happened. Well, I guess that's it. Gotta figure out another way. Is he there yet? Is it 8? I don't know if I can see him right now. I'll just climb the mountain. But yeah, like so far. Well, this doesn't get you anything because it's just free bombs. This gets you the bunny hood. Bunny hood eventually. This gets you. Actually, I'm not even sure if it leads to a piece of heart. I think it's just you can get blue potions from the witch in the southern swamp. So, like right now, the most useful masks we have, other than the transformation masks, because you know those are very important. It's like free bombs and fairy tracking. It's weird to think that the Great Fairy Mask is one of the most useful masks I have right now. Oh, I can't blow that. You stop it. You're not snow, and I know it. You're not fooling anyone. This gossip stone is buried in snow. I was gonna shake it, and then I remembered, like, oh wait, you Oh, I need to buy the bomb bag. Did I do that tonight? Did I save the lady tonight? Or, well, I guess it would be last night. Did I save her on the night of the first day? I would check my bomber's notebook if I had it. But it's fine, because I can't put things on B. Why did I think I could do that? I got free masks. Or free bombs. Yeah, normally people, like, they'll shield and then they'll blow up. Yeah, not me. Nope, not the... I'm messing up my buttons. I kept hitting Y, which acts as left C, and not B. I should change that. I can reconfigure controls now. That's a thing now. So why don't I do that? It's because I'm lazy and I don't feel like pausing. It's still 8 o'clock, man. Maybe I can climb this mountain before Kamaro shows up. You know something I appreciated about like Wind Waker and onwards? It's like when you have your sword out and you stop and you want to put it away, you don't have that like 2 or 3 seconds where the game is like, oh, you're just standing still. There's no action input right now. Oh, wait, yes there is. You can put your sword away. I should have showed up during the day because now there's no music. Where's the owl again? It's over there? Did they move it in Majora's Mask 3D? Because I thought it was like right next to the smith's house. Or I guess it's their workshop. This building. Man, I bet this game inspired somebody to be like, man, I love log cabins out in the woods. Some A-frame cabins. Is that what this is? Oh, no, I guess it's not. Oh. It looked like it was from the front. Oh yeah, that's pretty sure that's A frame. It's just wider in the back. I don't know if it really counts, but you know, it's probably inspired somebody. You know, just it reminds me of how like there's a certain show that gets made fun of for inspiring things, and it's like, well, you know, inspiration can come from anywhere. You can get any interest in anything from any place. Oh, I was just about to call him a lame-o for... Yep, there we go, dying in 2 hits. But I was going to call him a lame-o for dying in 1 hit. Wait, do I need the Lens of Truth to see Kamaro? So maybe I do need to go over here first. But I think Kamaro is there for several hours, so... For once, I've got time. You know, honestly, the night ambiance in this game is kind of lame. Because it's the same everywhere you go. So it's just... Yes, I will proceed. Wonder how many people clicked no to that. Thinking like, you know, Ocarina of Time, PTSD. No, I don't want to hear what you just said again. It's kind of wild how, for as beloved as Ocarina of Time is, people absolutely despise the help characters in that game. It's like everyone thinks every single aspect of that game is a masterpiece except for Navi and Kapora Gabora. Gaze through it to see mysteries. Or I could blow my face off. I don't know if there actually is anything interesting under these rocks. Well, there wasn't under that one. Stop getting stuck on stuff. Dude. No, that wasn't really worth it. I'm just thinking about how, like, how items are given out in this game. Like, I mean, I guess the Lens of Truth is... Good job. Lens of Truth is... Like, it's the same as an Ocarina of Time, where you got it between dungeons rather than in dungeons. But, like, items between dungeons... It's really not much of a thing in Zelda games, at least not anymore. Especially since Breath of the Wild decided, you know what, items don't exist. We'll give you tools instead, and we'll give you all of them at the beginning. You able to see me? If you can see me, follow me. I remember reading a guide for this, and it sounded so tricky, because it's like, oh, you get the Lens of Truth, and then you gotta follow the spirit, and as you go along, you gotta be sure to hit snowballs so you have enough magic so you can keep seeing him. It's like, it's not that hard. In fact, I don't even need the Lens of Truth on. You can see his drop shadow. Dude. And I believe once you get to the load zone, you have to wait for him to go through. I mean, I was thinking about how, like, you get the mirror shield later. And it's just between dungeons. I mean, kind of. It's before a short dungeon, so... You know, it kind of depends on how you feel about that, but... Actually, you could argue that the bottom of the well in this game is part of, like, that... Like, you could count it as part of the kind of castle, because it leads to it. So you could argue that is technically a full dungeon. You know, you do the bottom of the well section, you get the mirror shield, which is your quote-unquote halfway point. And then you do the castle, and it even ends with the boss, so it's like, it's kind of its own dungeon. You know, people say this game has 4 dungeons. No. But most of the items you get are, I don't want to say outside of the dungeon. Let's see, it's... Right, left, left? Let me get a little closer. Right. Yeah, right, left, and then probably left again. And I kind of wish that they would make, like, a game that kind of follows Majora's Mask's pattern of item distribution, but in a longer game. Because that's like, gotta be my biggest disappointment with Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Well, more so Breath of the Wild, because Tears of the Kingdom, I knew what it was going in, so it's like, okay, you know, I know not to expect any extra items later on. But I always thought it would have been cool for, like, Breath of the Wild to have... Oh, no, it was the other way. Breath of the Wild to have, like, entirely optional dungeons, like, full-size dungeons that are completely optional. And they have items in them that are helpful. Shoot, I just realized I climbed all the way up here. Wait, no, this was what I was supposed to do. I was gonna say, I climbed all the way up here, and, I just realized this game's story, like, if you're following the story, you're doing only what's required, you get a bottle along the way. I guess Ocarina of Time does as well, but I never think of a bottle as something that you get guaranteed as long as you're following the main game. Oh, I still need to see you, don't I? Someone said those who arriving soon, it turned out to be true. I am Zarmani the Third. The blood of of proud Goron heroes runs in me. Feeling strange for me to say, but when I was alive, I was a renowned warrior and veteran. Yes, when I was alive. But alas, I am now dead. I was fine until I marched off to Snowhead by myself, hoping that I could drive off a demon. It'd been wreaking havoc on Goron Village. Then the blizzard at Snowhead blew me into the valley. And now, here I am. How infuriating! As I am, I can only watch as Goron Village is slowly buried in ice. I may have died, but I cannot rest. So you can use magic? The sewing one also told me that you are able to use it. I beg you, bring me back to life with your magic. If it is beyond your power, then I beg of you to do this for me instead. Heal my sorrows. Any way that you can do it will suffice. Please. Heal my sorrows. Did you get that? Heal? Can you heal me? Do you have anything that has heal in the title? Do you have healing magic? I can see you without the lens of truth now. What a soothing melody. My sorrows are melting away into the song. I love that that scene plays with no dialogue. I feel like modern games just don't do that anymore. I mean, not any ones I play anymore. Anyway, it's like, I don't know, if something like Ghost of Tsushima or whatever. You know, something that's more specifically art-focused probably would, but like, you know, mainstream games. I feel like when they try to have an emotional scene, there's gotta be dialogue, but I think that scene is really good because there's no dialogue. I don't think dialogue would have necessarily ruined it, but it just really has a certain feel to it because there's no dialogue. For the Goron village, I have asked your assistance. Now I can learn how to be a Goron from your grave. Or I can pull it. You're buried on top of a hot spring for some reason. But yeah, before Breath of the Wild came out, I really hoped that it would have, like, optional dungeons. And optional items. Like, imagine how cool it would have been if there was an entire hidden dungeon and your reward for going through it is, like, the hook shot. No, you're not the great Darmani, are you? I'm Darmani the Fourth. Then just whose grave was I making? Did you come back to life because it was so warm beneath your grave? We plugged up an entire hot spring for you. Oh, right, you just don't... You don't get any kind of chance to get out of the water when you're a Goron. I'm so used to games making water in cold areas deadly. I forgot that this game doesn't do that. Yeah, there we go. I got some magic. Oh shoot, it's 12 o'clock. Okay, hang on, wait. Nope, hang on, I got hot spring water. I should focus. Hot spring water is just gonna become regular water if I wait too long. No. Okay, wait. So I know the guy I'm looking for. I want that. He moves around as the time moves on. Darn it! What I should have done, I should have opened the other hot spring. It's like right up there. Okay, time-sensitive thing first. Since my other time-sensitive thing wore off. Stop bouncing on things. We're gonna go see Kamaru. And then I'll replace my hot spring water. Oh, I gotta climb all the way back up there. Well, I guess I have magic now, so it doesn't matter. It definitely... Well, I don't know how to say definitely, but it does feel weird to me, at least a little bit, that they don't, like, seemingly don't want to make, like, full-size dungeons and then have them be optional. Like, I kind of get it, because it's like, why would you put all that effort into something that's optional? But I don't know. They put, like, a bajillion shrines in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, and you don't need any single one of them, except for, like, the ones that give you your powers. There he is. And I will need that. Remember when we healed Darmani? Let's do the same thing, but with less gravitas. Gravitas. Excuse me? Spread my dance across the world. Train its followers. I have taught it to you. Now make it a popular dance craze. Yeah, well, I don't have a TikTok, so it's not going viral. I am counting on you. Translation. I am counting on you. Okay, now let me get this out of here. I suppose this translation gag would have made more sense if I had actually spoken to him. But I don't got time for that. I gotta go see the girls and get a piece of heart, which is this mask's only purpose. Why'd I lose my spikes? Yeah, people love to go on and on about the Goron or the Zora swimming, but like Goron rolling is awesome too. I don't know why people are so focused on the Zora swimming. It's like, I want another game where I can roll around as a Goron. It's so cool. I like that. I think Darmani's ability in Hyrule Warriors, like if he presses like special attack button for like his unique character skill, is to roll around as a Goron, but it's more of like a combo kind of thing rather than like a feature of like, oh, you can move faster if you roll around. Because like it does end after a few seconds, so it's more like a juggling move, I think. But if I remember right, in Age of Calamity, when you play as Daruk and Yunobo, they both roll around. I think that's their like fast running animation. I don't remember, but I remember being very satisfied that both of them roll around. Because Darmani's running animation in Hyrule Warriors is kind of dopey. Because he's also carrying around his hammer with him while he does it. Actually, I can warp. I did not need to take off my mask. But he's like... I'm trying to think of like a cartoon character I can compare him to. The way he runs. The best comparison I can think of is like he runs like Fred from Scooby-Doo, but carrying a gigantic hammer. I was trying to press up on the C-stick, thank you very much. I don't have the Legend of Truth on. That's not what the Legend of Truth is. I'm pretty sure there's a tunnel you can take, but I don't know if you can take it while there's snow around. You know, now that I think about it, something Echoes of Wisdom did really well was there were kind of like mini dungeons, I think. And they would end with boss fights. Wrong again. I think Echoes of Wisdom really does have like a really good traditional Zelda game structure. Because I feel like whenever people think of like, oh, traditional Zelda formula, it means you can only do the dungeons in one particular order. Or maybe I'm thinking of the opposite, because like when people talk about like, oh, should Zelda stay open? Should it stay an open world series forever? It's like, well, It doesn't have to be one or the other. It doesn't have to be either massive, sprawling, open world, Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom style game. You can still have the more linear experience, but not enforce a particular order on dungeons. Uh-oh! Oh yeah, I can't take the tunnel in the snow. I can get the blast. There we go. Oh, I need you to give me magic. Okay. Just keep going. Keep going. Go. Okay, this should get it. It's like the way Echoes of Wisdom works is like I should find the guy first, and then I should get the water. It's like the first dungeon is always the first dungeon, but then after that there are two. What is the turtle doing here? And then like the next two you can do in either order. It's like Water Temple or Desert Temple. You could do one first or the other first. And then it's 3 dungeons, and you can do any of those 3 in any order. Gotcha. And I think that's a great structure for a Zelda game. You know, it doesn't have to be like, oh, you could do any of these 4 dungeons in any order, and we're going to design the entire game around how you can do the whole game in any order. It's like, no, you can still enforce a linear structure of like, this is the first dungeon, we will make you go through it first because it's the tutorial dungeon. And then have a branch, basically. And I think Pokemon could really work like that, too. Like, I think... Oh, there he is. It's the one that Tattle will fly over, apparently. Like, this was something I was thinking before Sword and Shield came out, I think, was that they could make it where it's branching. So like the first gym is always the same, but then you have a pick of like, you could go this way or you could go that way, and it'll take you to one gym or another, possibly even being like opposite. Like the way you can even have the type setups for this, I feel like could also be like really interesting. Because they could do the thing again where the first, I was going to say dungeon, the first gym has, it's a gym leader where their type is different depending on what starter you pick. So it will always be like the opposite of what you have, or, oh shoot, I need to go see his son first. Because I need to tell him his son is crying, and then he'll give me the Goron Lullaby. And then you could have, like... Excuse me. I remember being surprised that you can open this yourself. Was that... Yeah, you can do it from down here. You don't have to be up there. I was surprised to learn you can even open that yourself, but then I remember... Like, you can open it from down here. You don't have to be up there. And you don't have to ask the guy who's up there who can let you in. Which is part of, you know... You can do it yourself, but yeah, if you had it where there was like the next gym was one of 2 gyms, you could either make it like easy gym, hard gym, or like some. I don't know type advantages very well, so I don't know if you could do it where it's like set up in a way where. What am I trying to say? Where like one is easy for you if you pick like grass or fire, but then the other is easy if you pick water or fire, or it's hard to do with a triangle. Aw, man, that could have been the meat. I guess it's probably guaranteed to not be in the first one. But yeah, it'd be cool if they managed to set it up where it's like you basically pick one of two types and they're like opposite of each other. You can't get your magic roll going from there. I'm trying to think of like two types where they're like weak to each other, and it's not like one wins out over the other. He got frozen again, didn't he? You go away. You're annoying. You also apparently take 2 Goron punches no matter what. I didn't even hit your tail that time. I punched you in the face. But yeah, then I've been dragging this step 2 of this plan out very long. That I haven't even got to step 3, where it's then you can choose any of 3 gyms, and you would still need to get them all. So it's still like, well, I don't know if it totals out the normal amount of gyms. That'd be what, 6? There's normally 8, right? So then I guess you would need 2 more. But like you could go back. So if you chose, you know, you got to this first split and it's like A or B, or I guess it would be B or C, and you picked C, then you could go back and do B later, because you need all of them anyway. Huh? Oh, you're Damani. Were you supposed to be dead? Am I hallucinating? Maybe this is also doing of Snowhead's magic power. I've been made a fool of. But that's impossible. I refuse to flinch. If I could see past the illusion, you'll vanish in an instant. What? My son is crying because he misses me? Why do you know that? Shouldn't that be how do you know that? My son misses me. Oh. Forgive me, my child. Your father has work to do. Oh yeah, I guess he's trying to go stop Snowhead himself. And then he got frozen on the way there. It's both funny and sad. It's like, ha! He got frozen! He didn't stand a chance! Oh. Oh, he wasn't gonna stand a chance. He was gonna die before he even got there. But you, a ghost or figment of my imagination, I no longer care. If you feel pity for my crying son, then please quietly sing my son to sleep with this song I am about to play on my drum. Sing the drum. I guess Darmani was good at beatboxing or something. It is the very same melody that was often played for you when you were young. So you should already know it, but I'm going to teach it to you anyway. Huh? Wait, let me play it once more. Ah, yes, like this. It's no good. I can only remember the beginning. But yeah, whatever I was thinking about, like, oh, they could make Pokemon gyms like Branch. I mean, Scarlet and Violet, like, pretty much already figured out open world Pokemon, so, like, you don't need this, like, branching path thing. Just make gyms have levels, and then that's it. And you can go to them whenever you want, but if you go to one that's higher level than you, you're gonna die. So the melody of a thoughtful father. It's not that I forgot it. It's just so cold that I can't play very well. At any rate, I'm counting on you. I mean, I suppose if they wanted to return to a more linear format, then yeah, they could make it where it's like, here's your starter gym, and then you could go to any 2 gyms from there, and then any 3. I'm definitely very interested to see what mainline Pokemon does next. I know technically Legends is considered mainline, but like it's still kind of a spin-off. You know, after Scarlet and Violet, it really is interesting to see what they're gonna do next. If they're gonna stay open world or like go back to being more linear, or do a mix of both. Because linearity is a spectrum. It's not you're either open or you're either super linear and can only do things on one specific path. That's the song Daddy always plays for me before going to sleep. I'll sing the next part. I think that tempo was a little slow, but yeah, it was slow. Whatever. I don't know, it doesn't sound very lullaby-like to me. I guess a lot of these scenes don't have dialogue. It kind of is a lost art nowadays, isn't it? The idea of conveying a scene without dialogue. Conveying the emotion without having to spell it out to the viewer. Like, I'm not gonna be one of those. I'm not one of those people who's like, oh, all the media sucks nowadays. You have to look for the really artsy stuff. Like, no, I don't really like the artsy stuff either. If something is trying too hard to be artsy, I can tell, and then it starts to put me off, you know? I'm trying to think of like a food analogy. It's like, if something is trying to be salty, you can tell because then it'll be too salty. I don't know. But I like that the scenes in this game can convey what they're going for without feeling the need to have dramatic dialogue or anything. But you know what? Either way, one thing is certain. Games kind of need to learn the art of brevity. I think games nowadays do have maybe too much dialogue. I think I've said this before, but I think it is a problem of, like, the writers, like, really want to try to prove that they're good writers who can write interesting lore and stuff. So then, like, every NPC is like explaining every little intricacy of the situation to you. And it's like, you don't need all this dialogue. It could just be like, my father went up to the temple, but he hasn't returned yet. Can you go check on him? But instead it'll be like, my father went up to the temple. You know, he's been up there for a really long time. I'm starting to get worried. You know, it's kind of a dangerous path up that way, with all the wolves and whatnot. And it's also snowing out right now, and it's kind of unseasonably cold. Unseasonably cold. Unseasonally. Okay, first of all, get the warp. And see, if I wanted to reset time right now, I would lose nothing. I could come back fresh, you know, crack a dawn, have a full cycle. Story checkpoints, man. Dang it. It's tricky because, like, the thumbstick has not been reliable for me, so I feel like I have to use the face buttons for the ocarina, or for playing music. But then I have to remember to let go of the trigger so I can hit A. So I really have to think about my inputs. Oh no, he fell into the same chasm Darmani did! Don't worry, he'll come back. He's fine. No Gorons were harmed in the making of this video game, except for Darmani. Can I make this in one go? Oh, I'm a little wobbly. Yeah, there we go. I feel like there's something else I should be doing right now, but I got Kamaro's mask like I wanted to. And I hit a story checkpoint, so if I end up running out of time, like, it's fine. I feel like I should continue that train of thought about, like, oh, there's too much dialogue nowadays, but no, I think I've made my point. Do I want to go up first? I think I want to go up first. Oh yeah, and fairies. I keep an eye out for fairies. So put the Great Fairy mask on. And I'll put it on my boat. Put the Goron mask over there. Can I get that from up here? Excuse me. You know, I feel like I managed to eat just the right amount of dinner. Like, I ate plenty to be satisfied, but I didn't make myself sick from eating too much. I don't feel too full. Which I won't say, like, I've got an overeating problem, but I think sometimes I do eat too much and I make myself feel a little sick after. And oh, hello, Sudden Fairy. I didn't know you were up here. And I'm starting to pick up the art of saving leftovers. I've never really been much of a leftovers person, but it's like, if dinner is good and I want to eat more, but I think I might be too full if I eat more, then I can eat more tomorrow. Okay, so I'm pressing up. Yeah, I need the fire arrows for that. So I think I'm done in here for now, unless there's a fairy in one of these. Blue ruby, blue ruby, blue ruby. Threw off my groove, Link. I was trying to... Blue ruby, blue ruby. Bombed you. I didn't think about it until Josh Jepson pointed it out in one of his crowd control... I think it was crowd control randomizer? He was playing Wind Waker. Is that the Wind Waker take of Bombchu, where they're mice who throw bombs rather than being living bombs? It's a really great interpretation of Bombchu. I kind of am more of a stickler of, like, no, a Bombchu's it's got to be a living bomb. Because that's what the original concept was when they introduced the Monogamy of Time. Like a bomb that runs. But having them be mice that throw bombs rather than being like just living bombs, that's a great way to reinterpret that enemy. It kind of reminds me of how, like, Super Mario Sunshine kind of has the opposite it's kind of on the opposite end of the spectrum, where it's like Wind Waker has really good new interpretations of enemies, and then Super Mario Sunshine is just like, hey, you know how a Goomba is like a thing you stomp on? What if instead of being a Goomba, it's a strutting stew? It's like, but there's nothing wrong with Goombas. But yeah, but strutting stew. Okay, well, what about piranha plants? Now, piranha plants are, well, I guess they're pretty much the same in Super Mario Sunshine. And Pokies, too. No, now I'm not thinking of any more examples. I could have sworn there were more. I could have sworn there was like every enemy that returns in Super Mario Sunshine is just some kind of weird version instead of its usual self. But I guess that's not true. Oh man, these doors are color-coded. It's like Rare made this game or something. Normally the or something implies that it's that they did, but they didn't. Man, how wild would that be though? Rare making a Zelda game? I would love to see that. And I don't mean Jiggies of Time. That's not what I mean. I mean it being an actual Zelda game, starring Link, but just done in a way that Rare would do a game. Doesn't have to be like literally a collectathon, but with a Zelda skin over it. I just mean, like, what would Rare do if they made a Zelda game? What would it look like? Because, you know, they make other games other than platform collectathons, you know. Like, they made GoldenEye. They made Jet Force Gemini. They made Saberman. They made Grab by the Goalies. Imagine Grab by the Goalies, but it's a Zelda game. It'd be like if it's Forsaken, like the first visit to Forsaken Fortress where you lost your sword, but it's the entire game. Because, you know, but that's if they really wanted it to stick to being Grabbed by the Ghoulies, but you're playing as Link instead. Wait, where am I going? That goes down. Do I need down? Do I need anything down here? I think there's something I can... Well, I think there's a fairy. Do I have to rush to that chest or something? No, there we go. Ah! Ow. Don't touch me while I'm rolling. Okay. There's a door down here, but I don't think there's anything useful down here. See, it was in one of Nintendo Capri Sun's recent videos with his Ocarina of Time Wind Waker randomizer, where it's both games. That's one randomizer. He came into this room and was like, "Oh, I guess there's really nothing I can do here," and it made me realize, like, man, I don't know if I would have that same thought going into that room while playing a Majora's Mask randomizer. I don't think I know this game that well, actually. At least not in terms of, like, where all the chests are and how you progress through dungeons. Like, I know the central idea of this dungeon is, like, you got this pillar in the middle. You gotta make it go up. Actually, I don't think I need to go in here. Yeah, I need to come in here from another way. So, I gotta go back. I gotta go back through the red door, because that's where there was a locked door. See, that's the thing that's really the like key piece of knowledge, no pun intended, key piece of knowledge to beating Zelda dungeons. Gotta remember where there were locked doors, and as soon as you get a key, you gotta go, oh, this is for that locked door. Because it's usually the case. You stink. You're a stinky wolf. What was I saying before that? I mean, I know I was saying, like, well, I guess I don't really know this game that well. But before that, like, what if Rare made a Zelda game? You stink. For a moment, I forgot what I got in that chest. It's the compass. Man, I really should have picked up the bomb bag, shouldn't I? So I stop blowing my face off. Also, I think I need bombs to blow up that crate up there. I think there's a fairy in there. Crap. I think that's just gonna take me to the temple entrance, but Yeah, to the entrance. And then I can step outside. It's hilarious to me that Skyward Sword has a Leave Dungeon Now button when you go up to the save statues, and it's literally just Link turns around and walks out. He turns 360 degrees and walks away. Cause like in other Zelda games, it's like it's a magic item that warps you out of the dungeon. You know, you got the magic mirror in A Link to the Past, or you use a warp song in this game. And Skyward Sword is just like, time to go home. I don't remember how much the bomb bag is, so I should probably go to the bank. Bomb shop's open, right? It's not like the one in Ocarina of Time where it's only open at night. Yeah, there we go. Good, you still got bomb? Yeah, good. Still in the same timeline. I saved the old lady. 90 rupees. Oh. Can I get a discount? I saved your mom from getting robbed. Alright, I'll just go withdraw 30 rupees. I don't know why I said it like that. 30 rupees. Use it wisely. I will, because I'm gonna spend it on something that can travel with me through time, no matter what I do. It's not leaving my possession. Which is another weird thing to think about this game. You don't get the bomb bag from a dungeon. You have to go buy it. This really is such an offbeat Zelda game, isn't it? But that's why it's so good. It says no to the formula. It's like, no, I'm not gonna make the player find the bomb bag in the second dungeon. They're gonna buy it. Now, did it come with bombs? Yeah, with it being the final day, I feel like I don't have time for this dungeon, but if I start running out, I can leave. I remember in I think it was my first Majora's Mask 3D playthrough, I was on Twin Mold, and time was running out, and I think I actually ran out of time while fighting Twin Mold because I had no idea what to do because they changed that fight. Oh, I'm not losing health for falling. I thought they always took away like a heart or something. But yeah, if time starts running out, I don't think this dungeon is hard enough that I'll be in final hours while fighting the boss. I think I'll be fine, honestly. And if I'm not fine, yep, there it is. It's like once I get the fire arrow, then I can kind of just storm my way back to where I was. There's another one in here, but I think it's in the chest. Can I get up there? No, I need the fire arrow. I need to unfreeze the blocks. Like I can still do this dungeon like I don't have the fire arrow at first, but then anytime I hit an ice block, I can just shoot it. If anything, the real pain is the fairies. Like these dungeons are like, frankly, they're kind of easy when you're not going for the, not bombs, throw it. They're kind of easy when you're not going for the gray fairies. Or the stray fairies. But it's having to make sure you get them that slows you down. Ow. And I can turn into Goron and punch the snowball. Why is that a key? The door is right over there. It could have just been a button. I really do wonder why they made that a key. I really wonder if there was any kind of specific logic behind it, or if they just didn't know what else to do there. I think I'm holding my controller a little sideways. That's probably the problem. Oh wait. Oh, I did this wrong. Dang it. Dude. Screw you, I got up on the cutscene. So you're supposed to do it from up here. Push this back down, which resets it. And then you turn back, climb up here. You get hiccups a little bit. That's great. There's a fairy in here? Do I have to come back? I have to come back with a fire arrow. Well, there's a shortcut that you could take if you had the fire arrow, but where is the... Where's the fairy? There's no chests in here. Break pots with arrows. Ah, there you are. I'm using all three of my items at once. So I got the fairy mask on, I'm using my bow, and I'm looking through the lens of truth. I didn't even know there was a thing. I didn't know there was a way you could do all three of your items at once, but now that I realize that, it's like, oh, that's kind of cool, actually. Line myself up. Then go for it. But then that's frozen. I'm gonna just go over here. Whoop! Oh, safety net. See, this is one of those Nintendo things where, and I know it's not just Nintendo, but like they like to do this kind of thing. When you do something for the first time, do a new concept, like having to roll along the side of this for the first time, there's a safety net. But then when you got to do it on another layer, I think it's right there. No safety net. Which that's one of the things I point to in Super Paper Mario, with it not having good level design. I don't think there's ever an instance where they do that in that game, because the concepts they use just don't have iteration. There's just no concepts to iterate on. Because it doesn't have good level design. It's not coming up with level design ideas. It's just like, oh, how will we block the player's progress right now? Oh, I know. How about we have a door that only opens if you play Brain Age? And there's the other one. Oh, ah, shoot. Ah, man. There's no way back up right now. I am a little lost, though. So I guess it's not a bad thing that I have to retrace my steps here. So I go through a red door. All the other doors are frozen. So red door. You shut up. Can't do anything about that switch. Let's go back in here. I don't need to do this again because the door is still unlocked. However, I do have to do this again because I can't get across this pit without doing this. I can't get to the door until I lower that platform, so I gotta put the right. I thought there was supposed to be a shockwave. Okay, so go across the pit. And then hit this down. Don't jump down. You gotta get this down. Get out of my way. There's plenty of time to do this as long as you're doing it correctly. As long as you know what you're doing. Oh, I was supposed to jump across again, wasn't I? Because I went in that door, but no, you're supposed to go in that door. The more fancy decorated door that says, hey, look at me. Aren't I a cool door? I don't have an answer to that question. You know, if the door was actually asking me that, I don't know what I'd tell it. Yeah, I guess. It is kind of funny to me, though, that it's like, all right, good luck with this jump. Okay, you made it. Now do it again. I think it's fine. It's just a little bit funny. Oh, you know what I could have been doing today? I could have been getting the bunny hood. But I wasn't about to stop mid-dungeon just to go do the bunny hood. Like, I'm as much as I'm like, oh, this dungeon won't take all of the time. I still want to make sure I have time. I would prefer to not have to start over. I like this game's take on Wizrobes. I can see where they were coming from with it. You know, they're still sticking to that, like, old man wizard aesthetic. But they're also making him look more like an enemy and less like standard wizard. And then they have the little teleport pads so that, you know, because it's, you know, still the early days of 3D games. They were probably thinking like, oh, if we didn't have a way to tell where he was going to appear, it'd be very confusing. So we'll have these little teleport pads. So you know where he's going to, you know the potential places he could possibly spawn. Anyway, there we go. Now we got the fire arrow. And now we have a story checkpoint. So we can get up here a little faster. I didn't even realize where I am. Jeez. get back up here a little faster if I have to start over. And I feel like the Wizrobes in I was gonna say Ocarina of Time. They weren't in Ocarina of Time. The ones in Wind Waker, they also follow like a pretty clear train of thought to their design. It's mostly because it's like, okay, they're toucans. Why are they toucans? Well, there were a lot more color. You know, they're still wizard coded, but they're a lot more colorful now. Not literally because of them being toucans who have colorful beaks. Or is that just the Fruit Loops guy? Now that I think about it, I don't really know what a normal toucan looks like. But you know, they've got a more animal-based design, which makes them more cartoony and interesting. Less generic than just generic wizard. Okay, so now I'm gonna roll that nail. And they don't have teleport pads, but what they do have... I should put the Lens of Truth away then. I don't really like that. What they do have is they make a sound when they appear. So they're at least not going to ambush you as suddenly appearing. You know, you'll at least know when they showed up. Oh, I don't have it. Oh, I gotta go down. Actually, can I just... That's too far down. It's fine, because now I can do the doors down here. I did it on purpose. See, I had a plan. I should probably pretend like I'm starting this dungeon over so I can make sure I get all the fairies. You know, also the Wizrobes in Breath of the Wild also have a pretty good... I won't say a good train of thought because I'm not gonna pretend to know exactly what the... Oh, get out of here. What the developers were thinking. But it is a really good design, and it's a really good take on them as well. Oh, it's one of those light them all in the set amount of time kind of deals. But yeah, it's still got that... It's still kind of wizardy, but it's not like generic old man in a pointy hat kind of wizard. Like old Wizrobes. And they have a really unique teleporting animation where they disappear, but then you can see where their footsteps are. Like, that's really cool. I feel like I should be, like, over there so I can see all the torches at once instead of them being in a circle. Where's the next one? Oh, it's right there. Oh, I thought it took too long. Okay, I actually got it. And all the fairies are gotten. So whatever that is down there... Oh, it's just a flower to get back up. This was the real goal. Pound the pillar and make it rise. You know, this dungeon does feel a little complex. It can feel a little overwhelming with like, oh, there's so many floors and like there's so many different directions to go in. There's so many doors. Like, I think we're almost done. I think I just need to get the boss key and then we can pretty much go right to the boss. And then I'll just double check, you know, double check every room to make sure I've got all the stray fairies. But on the way up there, I can do that on the way up there, get every fairy I can remember. Actually, I'm right here. How about I'm basically at the start. So okay, got every fairy in here. Okay, what? Stupid places like this, you can grumble as a girl and roll your way across. Why don't you try it? Why don't you try it? Oh. Okay, so that's gonna... Yeah, that's gonna make a chest appear when I kill all the guys, but... I'm not gonna waste my time with that, because it's not a fairy. My mask tells me so. And I'm not worried about not knowing... or not having all the fairies in here, because I know what I'm missing. So yeah, that path... The room I just came from leads to that door. That leads from down there. Still need to go in orange. How do you get up the... How do you get up there? You're gonna come from another door. It's times like these, it helps to have a map. So I gotta come from that southern room. Which I'm going to next anyway, so... okay, wait. So that's the room with the button. The frozen button. So, okay, so... I'm doing good. So I guess bringing the pillar up kind of does mark, like, the final stretch of the dungeon. Which is what made me realize, like, oh, hey, we're almost there. We're almost done, aren't we? Okay, so that's the button. Gotta wait a sec for my fire arrows. Why can't I get your tail? There we go. Oh, maybe a jump attack always gets it because of the attack animation. Excuse me, because it sweeps down. Throat, stop gargling. So I just pushed it in the corner then? What was the button do? Makes the chest bigger, doesn't it? Yeah. So I should get that first. Is this one of those ice physics slider blocks? Yep. I don't know. I honestly, I don't know how these have such a reputation for being such a hated puzzle type. I like these kinds of puzzles. I can't even call it a puzzle in this game because it's like just push the block where you need it to go. There's no puzzle. Just push it. Fairy. You're the last one in this room. Good. After playing so much Donkey Kong 64 now, it's refreshing to hang on a ledge and then just press A to let go. It's like I'm starting to think that game genuinely does not have a let go of ledge button. If you're hanging on a ledge, your only option is climb up. Sounds like a motivational speaker thing. If you feel like you're hanging on a ledge right now, your only option is to climb up. Ow, I was gonna say I'll check the pots for a stray fairy, but they checked for me. This is my oof one. Looks like L's. I know it's 11th. I know my numbers. And I didn't make the jump. Great. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know exactly what fairy in that room I'm missing, and it's kind of a pain to get, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Cross that lack of bridge when we come to it. Alright, so we're gonna go up the stairs. That should put us... not in the room I was expecting, but okay. Now we're in this room, but... never gotta do that thing with the pillars ever again. Okay. So here's the important thing to know about this dungeon. You can do this. I'm honestly not sure how you're supposed to know that, other than the fact that they look different. But yeah, that's the thing you need to know. Wait. I can't make the jump anymore. In fact, I think they took the... I think the pillar, like, crushed the part of the ramp that... The part of these pillars that let me jump. What's over there? Tattle? What are you doing? Oh, I remember. Okay, so I gotta go back down to... If I can make it to the blue door, that'd be cool. Okay, well, falling all the way down here is fine too, because there are stairs here, which lead up to the blue door, which also lead up to stairs. Just not on this side. See, right over there. Stairs. Now we're up here. Are you in the way that... Get out of the way. And I think actually you don't have to hit the eye switch, you just need to melt the ice, and it counts for the eye switch as being hit. Maybe not in this game, but I think in Ocarina of Time it works that way. So your arrow can actually miss the eye, but it still counts. Those stairs lead down? That room was where I got the fire arrow, right? Yeah, because it doesn't lead further into the dungeon. Because that's what these stairs would be for. Do I have that key? I do not. Okay, now I can punch these out. Oh, wait, does that let me get... Yeah, that should let me get across, and that should be where the key is. See, I will admit this dungeon is intimidating, but man, it is a satisfying one to finish. No! Well, that is a thing that can happen, yeah. Ow. Okay, so we are gonna go into night of the final day, but it's fine. I'm not worried, you're worried. Nice side flip, Link. I feel like there's a specific name for that kind of flip, but I don't remember it. I'm sure I've learned it before, but I don't know it right now. I want to say it's called the jack, but that doesn't feel right. Okay, so the stairs back up over there. And I think that actually lets me back up to the part where I can cross the bridge, so it's break time right now, but do I really think I can beat this dungeon in a reasonable amount of time right now? I feel like I should just go on break first. Let me go a little higher. The other door is locked, right? I can't really see if I'm up here. I'm just gonna operate on the assumption that it's locked. Okay, you know what I will do? I'll get to here. And instead of taking this where they want me to take it, I think this is the I keep wanting to call it a feather. The flower that I use. Shoot, where is it? There is a secret ledge. You know what? Let's not. Because I just don't want to. Instead, we'll fight this guy again. 2 times in the same dungeon? How many times do I have to teach you this lesson, old man? I'm just going to put Gormass back on. That's like my fastest way of getting around. Oh, I scared him away. Nope, scared him away. It's a good thing part of his casting ritual involves dancing around in a circle. Yeah, of course, right. Another platform where I can't climb up because I'm a big old Goron with bad knees. Oh, wait, he's right over there. Get him. Oh, he's got less. He spends less time circling that when he does the clone mirage thing, doesn't he? And there's Muskie. All right, so I don't know if I feel like going around this way. Well, I know where at least one of those fairies are. You know what? I'll worry about that when I come back from break. No, don't go off that screen. But also do go to this one. I don't know why, coming back to the screen, I look at this and I go, oh, I forgot to pause the game. This is the pause screen. Why did I think that? Why did I think I forgot? Final days turning to final night. Shoot. I gotta go back up. Ah! Yeah, I still don't have the key, so... I mean, I could go for the boss, but I still need the fairies. Probably should go for the boss first, but... Excuse me. I really gotta get one of those Nintendo Switch N64 controls. I pressed left! Or, not left, right. The other way. Okay, I was gonna say, which door did I come from? Maybe the less fancy one? You know what I should do is I should put important items on left, because I can press Y to instantly access left. Should put the fire arrow back on, that's what I should do. Wait, is X up or is it down? Yeah, Gorlon got strong punches. Yeah, there's one of them. You stab it with the fire, I'll punch you right in the face. Okay, 13th. Oh, okay. X is apparently down. I don't really know why they did that, but that's helpful for me as someone currently playing The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask on the Nintendo 64. So I think there's one over here. Can I quit it? Why is this door locked? Where did they expect me to get a key? So I'm well in a bit. It's over there. Oops. Yep, it's up there. Okay, so then I just need to get the last one, which requires a jump. If anything, this is the thing I should be prioritizing, because I can get back to the... Like, I have the boss key. I don't believe you lose the boss key when you go back in time, so... Redoing this place would just involve, like, making the pillar go back up again, and then punching out the parts again, and then climbing all the way back up again, and then going over to the boss room. Nope, nope, not. I'm trying to move the camera. This game doesn't do that. There it is. Okay. Oh, I made it. Okay. First try. Thank goodness. Found all the stray fairies! The stick of flower really doesn't help, does it? Because that... well, one of these is the stairs back up. This one? Yeah. Oh, it's exactly where I need to be as well. Alright. So, things we will need. Fire arrow. Check. I want to switch my masks around so I can hit Y to go on up. Though I'm not sure if I would be better off jump attacking or just Goron punching. Right now I'm thinking Goron punch. There, and then we just jump across. Woohoo! And go on in. Whew. Yeah, we definitely got this. Because even when we hit final hours, that's still like what, 5-6 minutes to beat the boss. So we got time. Why am I in the middle of the road now? It wasn't like this in the Japanese version. This is a really fun boss. I think Majora's Mask 3 makes it easier to get the Goron roll going. So it is a little easier in that regard. But I think for the most part, they don't change the fight. Go for the blast. It's like, this fight is like if Fjord, which you just constantly, you just chase Georg while Zora swimming, but it's the Goron version. Like I said, Goron rolling is fun, and I think not enough people say that about this game. Even if they, I'm sure it's not a hot take to say Goron rolling is fun. Like, I'm sure a lot of people agree, but most people are like, oh yeah, the Zora swimming is so fun. It's like, yeah, but also Goron rolling? I know Nintendo doesn't really like to reuse gimmicks, but man, this is one they need to bring back. They need to bring back playing as a Goron and a Zora and using their unique abilities to explore. Because it's fun. I want to roll around as a Goron again. I want to swim as a Zora again. Really, any 3D Zelda game that brings back underwater travel is going to be interesting. Because Breath of the... Like 2 decades now. No, not 2 decades. Like a decade now. We've just had Breath of the Wild engine games. Well, and Echoes of... I'm talking 3D. So not Echoes of Wisdom. But they, you know, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom don't have underwater gameplay. And I thought that would have been a great way for Tears of the Kingdom to expand on Breath of the Wild. It's like, oh yeah, just have underwater areas. Allow the player to explore underwater. That was not part of their vision for the game. You know, I always think of this fight as like, oh, you gotta wait for him to fall over. But do I? Like, he's smoking. I think he is. I think his health is running down. Now I know in the Majora's Mask 3D version of this fight. Oh, he's pooping bombs now. Majora's Mask 3D version of this fight, you have to knock him down, and then he goes into the vulnerable state. And a big, giant freaking eyeball comes out of his back. It literally just inflates like a balloon out of his back, and you have to hit it. You can't hit him anywhere else. And it is just... Is it weird to describe it as disgusting? Because it's disgusting. It is... And I don't mean like, ooh, an eyeball, ew, gross. I mean like, ew, they thought it needed a gigantic obvious weak point. Ew, gross. Do you not have faith in your players? Yeah, you don't even need him to fall over in this version, because you're constantly dealing damage to him. But, like, how did adding the giant stupid eyeball make this a better fight? It's an easy fight, just hit him! It's just like Odawa. Hit him! That's how you win. That is the secret. That is the puzzle we have to figure out. Hit the enemy. Why did they need to make it more obvious? Oh, speaking of Nintendo, I just got an email from them. Huh, weird. It says that they're suing me for libel? That's weird. Guardians. Guardians? Of the Galaxy? I'm not very interested in those movies, to be honest. Star-Lord's kind of a douche. So, you're protective gods? That's why you're in the temples. But why are you the protective gods? No, wait. Are you listening to me? Hey, wait! What are you cold for? Look, it's not snowy anymore. Stop being cold. Somehow I feel like it's kind of fitting that it's night right now. There's another frog. Write that down. Alright, so then we gotta go back. Because I gotta deliver the fairies. I put that there. Yeah, I could have sworn you could skip that, but not letting me. Hey, look, he's alive! Bigoron is alive! Talk to him! Why are you not invisible anymore? You have no teeth? What in the world have I been doing this whole time? Why am I sitting in a place like this? Skull Kid probably put a curse on him. A curse to be invisible and a curse to keep blowing. But it's interesting how he's such a giant Goron that just sitting here, he was blocking the path. So even if you made it through the winds, you would not have made it past the Goron. And he was invisible, so you would not have known why. I honestly can't tell if I like the green hair or if I don't like the green hair. I'm the Great Fairy of Wisdom. Thank you for releasing me. There's the double magic. So then I guess they swapped this one and Woodfalls in 3D. Which I still don't think was necessary, because you need time to have the half magic meter, so you appreciate having the big magic meter. If you just get the big magic meter, like at the beginning of the game, you don't have time to appreciate how much you needed that much magic. Yeah, I like how she says the typical Great Fairy thing, like the same thing the other Great Fairies in like Ocarina of Time would say, like, come back whenever you need me to soothe your weariness. Oh man, look at how close the moon is. It's not even in space anymore. That is on Earth. The moon is here. It's also dripping? Is it because it's not winter anymore? It's not eternal winter. But okay, yeah. Boss beat, fairy restored. Can I go to the guy? But yeah, did I finish that train of thought? I like how they say the typical Great Fairy thing. They're like, come back whenever you need me to soothe your weariness. It's like, if I come back, you're gonna be broken again. Why would I come back? You're not gonna be here. You'll be pieces. I'm not putting you back together again. Which gate? South gate, I think. There should be enough time to do this. I mean, I can come back because the next step of the story is to come to the ranch. But on day 1, as opposed to day 3, where the rock is now cleared by that guy. Oh yeah, if you've never seen this game before, there's supposed to be a rock there. Rabani Ranch. The quiet is almost eerie when you think about looking at my horse. Isn't that your horse? So much emphasis on that sentence with the 2 question marks and an exclamation mark. Anyway, bye. I can't save you right now. Man, when you think about A, the fact that some people have come to the ranch to take shelter from the moon, and B, also alien invasion happened, and Romani is all messed up because of it. The quiet here is kind of eerie. I don't normally find quiet eerie, but it is. So I've got it. Never mind. Well, I guess I am doing that later. So, back to Clocktown. I'll put my 36 rupees in the bank, because I always do that before I time travel. No matter how much I have. Well, I can't say no matter how much I have, because if I have like 6 rupees, who cares? But 36, like that, I can put back the amount I took out from buying the bomb bag. I've paid myself back. I also gotta get the bomber's notebook. I don't need it, but I should get it. I mean, I guess it really depends on if I want to do 100%, because it does make it easier to track stuff, but do I need that tracking? I don't think so, because I don't want to go for 100%, because there are some pieces of heart that are just a pain in the butt. I don't want to do them. Excuse me, I don't want to do the shooting galleries. So I'm not gonna. But maybe I will still get all the masks, I don't know. Where am I going? I'm supposed to be turning back. I'm supposed to push back the hands of time. Oh no, my sticks. Ah. The quickest way to the ocean is through the west gate. Well, you're getting ahead of yourself, Tattle, because first I need to slow down time. I was going to do this on a double time. That's the opposite of what I want. And then Gotta go to Snowhead. Again. Wait, hang on. I need money. I'll just grab the silver rupee that's up there. It was silver, right? I could get the bomber's hideout. I could get another, but I don't have the... I mean, if I remember the code, I could probably still get in, but I don't think I remember the code. I can try, I guess. I'll give it one try. No. Okay. Pretty sure the last digit was 2. Hey, I got it! Well, it's a good thing I didn't keep to my word of one try. And only one try. Too bad that doesn't get me the notebook. Too bad I still have to get it from Jim. Can I break this with my fists, or do I got a bomb? Yeah, this isn't Kong Bonanza. I can't bust through walls with a single punch. Which is really... I recently did another playthrough of Bonanza. And being able to break stuff with one punch as Kong Bonanza, something I really appreciated when I wasn't collecting all the bananas. And I wanted to see how fast I could beat the game, so I wasn't going out of my way for bananas. Unless they were, like, right there. So, I didn't have as many upgrades this time around, and I wasn't able to upgrade my punching strength as much. So I really appreciated how in Kong Bonanza I could just one punch and then boom, right through, like, basically anything. Except concrete, but, like, that's... You're not supposed to be able to one punch that. Unless you do a charge punch. Oh! Hey, I haven't passed our secret test. How do you know my secret code? Nobody but bombers know the code, so why do you know it? Listen, guy. You're pretty good. You managed to figure out a code that only we know. And that's something. I like you. What's your name, guy? Link, huh? Alright. That Skull Kid broke our rules and is doing all kinds of stuff. I'm making Link a new member of the Bombers instead. This is the Bomber's notebook. It contains the words we live by. Read it over. Okay, so I guess you do get this if you remember the code. I forgot about that. 1. Find trouble people and add their names and pictures. Where are you gonna get a picture? This notebook doesn't include a pictograph or pictobox. Only 20 people will fit in your notebook. That doesn't sound like a very big notebook. Especially if you're adding multiple people per page. Promise to help them. Mark promises with promise stickers. Never be late with fulfilling your promises. Whenever you solve someone's problem, it makes you happy. So add a happy sticker will be added. So a happy sticker will be added to your notebook. No removing stickers. Use promise stickers to keep track of people until everyone is happy. Don't forget the rules. Tattle, you tell that Skull Kid he's out of here. He's been acting like a real jerk lately. It's weird. People don't normally address your fairy, or really at like any time you have like a partner character in a Zelda game. It's weird that he just spoke to her directly. The Bomber's Secret Society of Justice was added to your notebook. Your the secret code is added to your notebook. He's still going, I can still hear him. But why did he go that way? He's normally over here in North Clocktown. Why did you go that way? What were you doing, Jim? Oh, right. So I was gonna fly, and I don't have my ocarina on now. You know, I don't really understand why these are the drums of sleep. I think they were just out of ideas. It's like pipes of awakening. The Deku pipes. Those make sense as waking you up because pipes are loud. You don't really have a volume control on a I was gonna say a trumpet. I guess they're more like bagpipes. You don't sound like bagpipes though. Oh wait. But you know, you also got that like the little military tune for the morning, like you know that? It's an iconic wake up tune. No one is playing drums to fall asleep. No one does that. That's not a thing. I mean, you know, I guess Goron do because they're different, but no one else. That is the only reason they have drums asleep. It's because they didn't have any other instrument to give the Goron. They didn't have any other purpose to give the drums. Yeah, you know, I could go for like an energy drink, but weirdly enough, I want to taste the like the energy drink aftertaste of like I guess it's the taurine or whatever. Like right now, I'm not craving like the good taste of an energy drink. I'm craving the kind of bad aftertaste. It's a weird craving to have. Hello again. Ready for history to repeat itself? I don't have the stuff. It's a good thing they put them in pots here. I don't know why I said the stuff. All I was missing was arrows. The pot grew back. I know in other, like in Ocarina of Time, they sometimes have grass that has helpful stuff in it for boss fights. And that'll grow back. So you always have what you need to fight the thing. It's weird that they made it a pot. A pot that grows back. No, you know, such a thing doesn't exist in real life, right? No one's growing pots in real life. Ow. You know, now that I think about it, I'm not even sure I actually did need rubies for anything. But it's good to have them anyway. No, you know, I will need to buy something later, so I guess it's not that weird. I don't know why weird was the word I used. I meant like it's not that bad of an idea that I have them. I don't know if holding forward is making me go faster. Ow, See, that's the other thing they ruined with making him have a big old eyeball that you can only... That is the only part that actually damages him. Most of the time, he lands on his stomach, I guess. You know, he lands right side up. So the eyeball coming out of his back is straight up in the air. So you have to turn out of Goron form. You have to turn back to regular Link and shoot it with your bow. And I think the intent was supposed to be like, oh, you have to hit this with your dungeon item. Which, again, is stupid because they just made they made some of the best bosses in the whole series more formulaic. More, like typical Zelda bosses that everyone's like, oh, you gotta use the dungeon item and then it makes the eyeball appear. They didn't need to make these fights go like that, and they made them go like that. But also in doing that, it wrecks the thematic idea of all of the, with the exception of the first boss, all of these are bosses you fight with your new form. Or can mainly fight with your new form, This is an entirely Goron fight. With the exception of unfreezing him, you don't need Goron. You don't need regular Link. So you can entirely use your new form for it. I guess Georg is less so of that. You don't need to stay Zora the entire time. And that's part of why they added a phase 2 to it, but it's weird because like they did that for Zora. It's like, oh, we want to force you, we want to have this section where you have to use your special form for it. But then they go and make the eyeball change where you can't damage him as a Goron. Oh, a customer? Gabora, fetch our customer some coffee, quick like. Now then, let me take a look at your sword. Alright, to reforge a sword, it will cost 100 rupees. It'll be ready at sunrise. You have to let us hold on to your sword until then. Keep in mind that after you use your reforged sword 100 times, it will lose its edge and go back to its original sharpness. So would you like your sword reforged? Okay, so yeah, I did have to pay for this. I think if you come here with hot spring water and unfreeze their furnace, then they do it for free, maybe? But I was a little hasty with doing Goat, because I wanted to unfreeze it so I could go do the Goron races. Although not just the races, I also need to get the powder keg license. I guess it's kind of two birds. It's a two birds situation here because haha, you're not a white Wolfos anymore. Now you're just a regular Wolfos. You're lame now. Backflip into the water. Because the test that you do for your powder keg license, get out of the way. The test you do is to go up and blow open the Goron racetrack. So, blow open the entrance to it. You're not destroying it. You're opening it. You're solving a problem. So I'm kind of getting both of the things I want here right now, in order to get this the powder keg license and the Goron races. Hello, meaty Goron. I'm the Goron who sells powder kegs. Oh right, I got him, of course. I'm the Goron who sells powder kegs. Will you give it a try? Here's a powder keg. Now, the thing I was saying with Goat and his eyeball, and like, oh, you can't hurt him as Goron. Sometimes he does fall on his side, and then you can get the eyeball that way, but it's rare. Like, I swear it never happens. And what sucks about that is, and the thing that led me on that train of thought to begin with was, when he falls over, if you get a good angle on him, I'm going the wrong way. There's like a particular angle you can go at him where you keep rolling and you keep damaging him, and you don't stop rolling. You just keep damaging him over and over, and it's really satisfying to do that. And the way they changed the boss fight, you can't do that. Like all the other changes, I think I could forgive, but it's the bosses that's just, they ruin such good bosses for no good reason. They did not need any of those changes. Anyway, I've been repeating myself. It's like if you're someone who hates Majora's Mask 3D, then I'm just preaching to the choir. And if you like Majora's Mask 3D, then you want me to shut up. And if you've never played Majora's Mask 3D, then you have no idea what I'm talking about. Oh. Oh, okay. How much damage does this deal? Get out of here, you. Well, since I got hit by a crow, I can't tell. Maybe I had invincibility frames. But I'm walking away with only half a heart of damage taken, so that was cool. I was messing up reading that sentence. I thought he was gonna say that was way cool. No, he said way to go. That was cool. So anyway, before I do that, because I'm sure I've done this before. I'm sure I have. I'm gonna go get the license. You need to report back to Majora for your license. And I'm sure I have. Oh, forgot about you again. I'm sure there have been. There's got to be at least one time where I blew that open and was like, yeah, go on races. Time to get the gold powder. And I completely forgot about coming back to get my license. I'm sorry, I'm an American. I'm not like those British people who require licenses for everything. I actually don't know how true that is. I just hear it from memes. It's like, you got a license for that. Powder keg license. Also a free powder keg, I think. Yeah. So never mind, I didn't need to buy a powder keg. But I did still need rupees to get my sword reforged, so... I still need the money. Dum dum. Out of my way. Out of my way. What kind of fool would get in front of a rolling Goron? Link, that's who. Especially in Twilight Princess. Like, you have to do that to get up Death Mountain. I've been waiting for you. Everyone's restless. We want to race. You gonna do it too? Yep. You have to. I want you to win. If magic power runs low, just hit a green jar. Well, I got the double magic, so I don't know if I would need to worry about magic. Man, their lips are so red. Jeez. Now this rubber band. This minigame likes to rubber band, so I don't know how many attempts this will take. How many takes this will attempt. Can I talk? Like, I know it can be hard to talk when you're focusing on something, but I'm not focusing that hard. Roll going again. See, like I said, I'm pretty sure Majora's Mask 3D makes the roll easier to charge up, so by way of that, they made this easier too. Whee! Whee! No! I could have sworn there's a jump where that when you go off of it, the camera goes special, does a little special cutscene. I remember on the collector's edition that came. Oh no! The collector's disc that came with my GameCube that has this Ocarina of Time and the first two Zeldas on it. There's a little retrospective, and I remember for the part for Majora's Mask, they show. I don't know if it's from Goron Races, now that I'm not sure that clip is here, but they show Goron Link jumping a chasm, and it does a little special camera. I thought that was from this. How come you guys don't got spikes? Is it just a special thing I can do because I'm Link and oh, not again! Is it because I'm Link and I have the ability to use magic? Is it not this one? No, yeah, there we go. I also remember a little bit from, like... Well, I remember one of the other clips is, like, from Stone Tower Temple when you turn it upside down and you fall into the sky. That guy just blew up. I don't know what he ran into. Slammed him into a wall and he blew up. There we go. 2 tries. Take that. Oh! Well, I didn't get to slam down like I meant to, but... Anyway. Free bottle! Also, gold dust. And time to leave, because that's all I can earn from this. I'm glad you at least don't have to spend rupees to keep attempting this. That always drives me nuts. Like, a minigame that you have to keep trying and you have to pay for it every time. Yeah, and another thing I remember from that retrospective was like the Link's Awakening part. It shows the boss that you have to like. It's that boss with the spiky bar, and he like keeps shoving it back and forth, and you got to jump over the bar and slash him. I don't know why that part in particular sticks out of my mind. And then like no other part from that. It's like just those 2 Majora's Mask parts, and then the Link's Awakening part. I don't understand my memory. It doesn't make, excuse me, any sense to me. You would think. Oh, okay, because you can. Never mind. You would think because you can. Woo! I did it! I did the jump! Whee! Goron rolling is so cool! I just like things that can roll. Like, I love Cannonball from Ben 10. It's definitely one of my favorite of his alien forms. Oh yeah, I can get this too. Well, not if you don't turn back into a human. Oh, no, I can't, 'cause... okay, I'll come back. It's not that important anyway, so... Don't worry, buddy. Backup's just arrived. Now, back up. Can I punch it? There we go. Still, either no damage or half a heart. I can't tell which happened because I thought I was already damaged, but yep. Barely any damage. I know you can just hit it with an arrow, but I think it's funnier to punch it. Hey! Is that your horse? Is that your horse? You know, it's not like we didn't just see it last night. And by last night, I mean the final night. What did she say if you talk to her as a Goron? Hey, who are you? Oh, this is my first time meeting a foreigner. You're cute. And you're a child. You shouldn't be saying that to a Goron. Hey, who are you? I'm Romani. I was given the same name as the ranch. What's your name? I won't say. No, it's... Link, that's a nice name, but... How about Grasshopper? That's the name Romani gives you. See, I know in Japan they think talking in first person or third person like that is really cute. I don't like it. It makes me cringe a little bit. It's just, you're trying too hard to be cute. Stop it. So you're wearing green clothes, and you patter about when you walk, so Grasshopper it is. Romani was practicing for tonight. Tonight. They are coming. They come at night. Every year when the carnival approaches. It's the Hopkinsville monster! Oh no, Flatwoods monster. They come riding in a bright light shining ball. Or in a bright shining ball. A whole lot of them come down. And then they come to the barn. I thought she was gonna say, and steal the cows. My older sister won't believe me, but Romani must protect the cows. Hey, Grasshopper, I'm recruiting for an assistant right now, not an assignment. You're a boy, won't you try? Sure. Great, now that's the spirit, Grasshopper. Okay, then I'm going straight into my strategy. They'll appear all over the ranch. They'll aim for that barn and approach it slowly. So hit them with arrows so they can't get in. You got that? And you mustn't leave the ranch. Grasshopper, let's practice right away. There are 10 ghost-shaped balloons in the ranch, so hurry and burst them all. If you take over 2 minutes, you're out. The current record is 1 minute. Are you ready? Oh, good thing I got infinite arrows. Good thing I got infinite arrows. Did I get it? I don't know if I have to beat the record, but I do have to at least beat 2 minutes. I like the rumble that's happening in my controller right now. That feels good. I don't think it felt like that on the 64. Feels like it's HD rumble. HD rumble 2. Because it like actually feels like a rumble going through, like a shockwave going through the controller. Okay, you're done. 1 minute 8 and some. That's great. You two work perfectly together. Would you have given me a piece of heart if I beat a minute? I don't want that piece of heart if that's the case. I'll teach you Romani's horse calling song to you, Grasshopper. Now you two keep getting along and go practice some more. Oh yeah, real original song, the same one from the last game. You're so creative, Romani. That's your special horse calling song that no one else came up with. It's a Epona song. The song of two who are bound by trust. When an arrow hit these, they burst into nothing. But the real ones will keep popping up. They will also die in one hit, but they'll keep popping up, so I don't know why it's a contradictory statement to say it. But they get into the barn, we lose. They run away at first line on the Suns, we'll have to keep fending them off until then. Did you get all that? Yeah. The emergence starts tonight at 2. 2? I'll be waiting in the barn. Don't be late. You see how quick that is when it adds a quest? It's just a little doo-doo-doo-doo. Majora's Mask 3D just completely screwed that up. Make it take eternity. Like, watch. I'll put on the Bremen Mask and I'll do it to the cadence of getting a new quest to Majora's Mask 3D. It'll be like... See how annoyingly slow that is? And it's every time the information updates. I guess it's not just the bosses I'm angry about. I'm angry about that as well. That is very intrusive and annoying. Anyway, to cool down from that, let's play with some chicks. It's a lot of jokes you can be making about. It's like, hey, he's a chick magnet. You ever think about the fact that this is the only time you ever see Kuko chicks? I don't think they ever show. Oh no, Minish Cap. There's like little chicks. I want to say they attack you if you're a Minish. Either that or you can talk to them. But I'm pretty sure there are like chicks on the Kuko lady's house in that game. I guess she is officially called Anju in that game, isn't she? Everyone gives that name to her in Ocarina of Time as well, but she's just the Kuko lady in Ocarina of Time. She's not Anju. But then they reused that model in this game and gave her that name, so everyone just calls her Anju. Even the people who worked on Minish Cap. What are you doing over there in the corner? They're growing up. Okay, but you know how much better this would be if these were ferrets instead? I don't really get it, but just seeing all these guys with a crest and all, I don't have regrets about anything anymore. I'm perfectly satisfied. Here, you can have this from me. Yeah, because you sure look like the kind of guy who would wear this. You know, because the mohawk totally would not get in the way of putting this on. Yeah. These guys are all roosters. Hehe. Grog, add it to your notebook. You got the thing, and we're done. And that's it. And I can leave. I don't have to keep sitting there with the menu in my face. What else? Okay. So I guess I can go to Great Bay now. Bay now. I'm an all-star. I'm just gonna roll there. Actually, I gotta go back to a statue I've activated, because I don't really want to start on Great Bay right now. I guess I can get the Zora mask. Pretty sure Goron is faster than Epona. Excuse me. But Epona doesn't have magic cost. So, technically better. Oh, but you stop. Pew. Man, am I really about to... No, you know what? I want to wait until day 2 to do the Zora stuff. Like I said, I'll get them... I went entirely the wrong way. I'll get the Zora mask, but I really don't want to start on, like, the preamble to the Great Bay, because, like, I need bottles. I only have one right now. The other one is full of the gold dust. I should at least empty that. I might look up where the other bottles are, because I really don't remember right now. I would like to get more bottles first. Actually, I do remember one more, which is over in Great Bay, so... Oh, wait, is it... See, it's tricky, because it's like, it's ZL for Z, but then I have to hit R for R. You know, it's not L and R like you feel like it would be. Which is why I gotta get one of those NSO Nintendo 64 controllers. Oh, wait, no, it's... There we go. You could say that Epona's song is an upside-down song of healing. See, there's just as much connection to that as there is Saria's song being the song of healing. Can you stop? Go away, Lever. It's the Smash Bros. Stage! Man, I really like that. The vibrating. Which I know sounds weird, but like, I don't think the rumble was this sophisticated on the 64. I mean, not that it's a particularly special pattern that is vibrating, but like I'm pretty sure on the Nintendo 64 it would just be burp, 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 burp. It'd be one, it'd be on and off. But it genuinely does feel like the controller in this is it's being more like a wave pattern. Do I have them? This is one of those little things they added to the I was gonna say US version, but the English version, because I'm pretty sure it's also in the in other regions. The non-Japanese version is in the original Japanese version. You had to push him back without having that ability to lock onto him and only move forward. I don't know if it really was that hard. I remember when Chunka Conroy mentions it in his Let's Play, he does kind of make it sound like it's like, oh, it's so much harder. But is it? Like, you could still use holding Z to lock yourself in place, so you can only move in, forward, backwards, or whatever. I mean, I guess, yeah, you can still, like, it's still kind of like 8 directions of movement, but you can more easily lock it to just moving forward. Can I? Yeah, okay, this is the time. What I do think is cool about the notes used for the Song of Healing is it is kind of, there is some validity to it being like the opposite of Sarya's song, because it's the same 3 notes but played backwards and at a slow tempo rather than a fast tempo. But I don't think it was explicitly designed to be the opposite of Sarya's song. It's just a neat coincidence. Oh, but actually he wasn't floating. He was standing in front of his girlfriend. But see, that it's symbolism, because it's like she makes him feel like he's floating. Did you know they made that fishbone guitar real? And there's only like 100 of them or something? Or maybe even less than that, I don't remember. There's not a lot of them, which makes me sad because I want one. But I would never in a million years be able to afford one. I feel like that scene's even sadder because I didn't even stop to talk to him. So all I know about him is that his final thoughts were of his band and his girlfriend. Carve my farewell song on my grave. I'm depending on you to help that singer girl. Who's not my girlfriend, apparently. I'm just calling her that singer girl. We're only in a band together. It's not like I know her or anything. It is weird. It's a little weird. Like, I get what they're going for with Link bowing, but it is a little weird to see him do that. There are not a lot of Japanese customs Link follows, so it is kind of weird to see him bow. Here lies Mikao, the legendary guitarist of the Zora tribe. He is to be remembered in song, and his lyrics are written here. On his... Wait, is that his guitar? Where did I get his guitar? And then I carved all these lyrics onto the guitar? I won't sing. Ah. Darn it. I just remembered that I was gonna go get a bottle. Because it does require the Zor mask. It also requires the hook shot. Oh, okay. But what I can do, I can go back to Snowhead. Or sorry, Mountain Village. I didn't realize one house makes a village. I think it's more referring to the Goron village, but it's not outside the Goron village. It's outside the Smith's house. Oh, wait, oh, you have to do it before you unfreeze. Ah. At least I can get this. Can get this. Oh, better not spend it all in one place. Shoot, what can I do right now? I feel like I should just move time forward. There's not really anything I can do. Okay, well, what I can do, I gotta get the Zor mask out. I was gonna try and turn into a Goron to roll there. I guess I'll just roll there as a normal old person, not a boring old human. It's boring because I am one of those. Oh yeah, I don't have my sword. I remember that screenshot is on the back of the collector's edition. For some reason, that's the screenshot they use for Majora's Mask. Face the other way, Link! I just kicked him to pieces. But anyway, I can jump into here. Okay, yep, Yep, nope. Stop doing that. Can you go away? Go away. How do you do the thing again? There you go. There it is. Oh, a piece of heart. I just knew there was a chest at the bottom of the water. I didn't know it was a piece of heart. Whee! Zoran swimming is neat. Ow. Can you go away? Oh, better not spend it all in one place. Say, isn't there a guy? I don't know, a good place to get out of the water. Just gotta swim all the way back around. Doesn't the business scrub over there sell a bomb bag upgrade? I always forget about what those guys sell, because I'm always like, oh, don't talk to them. You need the deeds. You gotta do the deed trading side quest. But I could go buy from them. They sell stuff. I should probably also buy a map from Tingle, but let me see how much the bomb bag was. Well, I should buy a map first. Can you leave me alone? I'm trying to buy a map. And then he fell in the water and drowned. Stop talking. Snowhead, Romani Ranch. Ow. I'm pretty sure I already have the Snowhead map. I can't even get the owl in the... I can't even get the owl statue in Great Bay because I can't use my sword. I should have done this like Chugga Conroy, where he did it while he was doing Snowhead. I just thought that was so smart, because like you don't use your sword in Snowhead because you can punch stuff as the Goron. And you're, you know, there's nothing you need to hit with your sword. There's like there are no owl statues. Or at least I think he already he hit that one while. No, now I'm trying to remember. Did he hit the one that's up there? Because I think he does this and then he goes up. Because there's no reason to go up there and then come back down. Well, anyway. Yeah, I guess I'll just end here. Well, I'll end at a statue. But I'll stop here for tonight, and I'll think about my actions. Not my past actions. My future actions. I'm not going in time out or anything. But I'll save at this owl statue. Save progress up to this point and quit playing. It defaults to no, okay. Quit playing, yes. So thanks for watching. See you Wednesday. We'll do more. Bye.